Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. What's good? It's your boy Professor Pivot again, back with another weekly review. Um yeah, happy, excited about the results that GJ gave last week. Um caught a lot of moves, caught a lot of these buys, a lot of these shorts. Um this is actually my markup for this week. I was looking at it earlier when I first jumped on the charts and went ahead and marked it up. Just trying to look and see um, looking at how price action played out last week, and just trying to get my mind wrapped around what I think is going to go for this week. With this big drop, I would expect to retrace some. Um, if I do see a possible setup for a retracement. Um, I will attack on them. Yeah, most definitely. But coming down to the downside, um, if we do come out giving that retracement, with this is on daily chart. We do come out giving that retracement. We look for buys up into that 4 hour order block. And then as far as the shorts, if we come out selling, I think we just gonna come and sweep this level and give out that weekly wick fill and then possibly come back up and retest these highs and definitely go back into that order block and drop lower again. So it all depends on how it opens up, how it, how price action looks. I was looking over at the news as well. I don't really see too much. GDP got this PMI, but that's around London tomorrow morning. So keep that in mind. Um, outside of that, we got some USD on Thursday. GDP close to the end of the month. Yeah, so not too much. A couple red folder USD new red folder USD, but for the most part, going back to that Ethereum. Right now, this is looking like it's gonna come back down to this last little high, he possibly even break that and come back down to this 50% level. Looking at it from the field level. Oh, it's going so slow now. But like I said, I don't trade this too often because of the spread with my broker, like 500 pips or something crazy like that. And I just 500 points. I don't this ain't. Uh, I don't count this and look at this as in pips. But I got this over on the stock side, so um, if I wanted to buy back in on the stock side, I'd be looking for it to come back down here, show some type of bullish move that coming back is probably sweeping this level, grabbing the liquidity, whatever's built up below there, and then pushing back up. Or, seeing it come down like I got it drawn out and seeing it come back down to this 50% level, putting a fib on it. And seeing how it play out. So a lot of different possible scenarios that could possibly play out, to come down to that 50, could possibly reverse here, push up there. Those would be things I'll be looking out for and just keeping in the back of my mind, as price action continues to move throughout the week, throughout the next couple of weeks, and just follow that. But I pretty much follow that Ethereum and XRP. XRP I will trade. We got busy with it last weekend. If I didn't delete it already. What was that? Yeah, I guess I did delete it already. I had these buys before I tried. Yeah, I had buys somewhere over here, over there. So I think it was this one, that one, and then caught this one, something like that. But either way, this one, same as Ethereum, might have the same fate, pulling back. This one did push up into a pretty strong resistance right up in here. Did close above that order block there though, so we could be going back up and test these highs. We just might exhaust a little bit more first, come back down and give you a double bottom. and then possibly pushing higher. The last higher lows down here on the daily chart. So we got room to push all the way back down into this level and still be considered bullish on XRP. We got a week daily bullish producing now. A strong bearish candle. It still got 2 hours on it. So that could potentially flip, but I don't see it happening. Potentially pull back. So you keep an eye on that 4 hour and see how it closes. If it gives you any more movement, jump down to that 1 hour. We haven't really broke any bullish structure. Come back down this way. You got higher highs and higher lows. Last higher low for this bull run right here. So we haven't really broke any real bullish structure coming back down, even on the 1 hour. So you just something to keep your eye out on. But as far as the forex side, the currency side, and the back in the day, come on, baby, there we go. So basically, pretty much a price action trader. I don't really use indicators all too much. I mean, I did learn with indicators, but as time went on and as I continued to trade, I stopped really relying on because I got more heavily involved with price action and learning my structures and learning my levels of resistance, support, supply and demand, all the different terminology out there. But I started picking up on levels a lot better. So the indicators didn't really help me as much. I mean, it didn't, well, they still help, but more than that much. They helped, but they wasn't as much of a necessity as I continue to grow and continue to learn about the forex market. But looking at um, this is DXY coming off of that bear trend, we started consolidating within this level. Um, did have a last previous structure here, and we did close above. So we just have to watch and see how price maintains this level. If it close back strongly below, could come all the way back down to this last lower high or higher low. Yeah, higher low, and then push back bullish, retest these highs, break through there, and continue. Possibly even push back up there. But this on the daily chart, so that could possibly be a week, 2 weeks to even just get to this level here. It all depends. So um, but yeah, so right now, pretty much bullish, possibly looking for a retracement. That there. On the daily. Market stepping up. Not really a trend line, but there we go. Market stepping up, making higher highs and higher lows. Down to the lower time frame. Mark that. Right here, just marking higher highs and higher lows. The daily. And currently, 4 inches is where we at. Resistance. Next resistance. Right over here. Now what we're looking at is continuation buys above that level. So you get down, price coming down, starts break, starts to push back up, push above that level, retest and push back into those highs. Or this level right here doesn't hold up, then hold as a support. And you got pocket continuation sell, come down, push back up, find resistance somewhere from this level, then come back down and retest this level. Go down to 1 hour. See how we looking, how we racking. We're still on DXY, so check that level up. All right, here we got a low uptrend, higher highs, higher lows. Starting to break structure, lower lows and lower highs. Yeah, you just have to see how price action work out. This resistance hold up, we possibly going back up, continuation buys. At this level, if we come back and start respecting this lower high, start pushing back lower, we come back down, close out that week, even, retrace to this level. Uh, Gold, I did not touch gold. I don't think I took one trade on gold last week. Um, Top down, market stepping down. I do believe, looking at it from a lower time frame, gold is collecting orders to push up though. But yeah, we take it from where price action is showing, market stepping down. I got this wick to fill down here. Yeah, I got this wick to fill down here. That's also a major support too. So, we break through that level, come in here. Might slow down up in here, but ultimate targets, we get back down there. On the 4H, yeah, just consolidating, raising. Yeah, further, this is over here that we click on. Everybody who be like, don't buy the high, don't sell the low and all that, yeah, that is correct. But when I'm marking up these levels and I put like I said, the continuation buy zones, continuation sell zones, that's letting me know if I get into a trade or take a trade, or looking to add on positions, that as we get to those zones, I should see my continuation patterns to let me know to hold, to add, cut, and if it ain't looking right, looking shaky, let it go. I ain't holding on to it. I ain't gonna add position or, if I got, this level here, continuation buys, if I see we getting up here, we starting to break down like this, and then continuing, then yeah, you possibly don't want to continue to hold on to that buy. So, but yeah, like I said, looking at this, I do think this is collecting order to push higher, push back into the highs. It might melt from somewhere up here, somewhere up here. But like I said, with this structure, how gold's been playing out lately, I just haven't been following it enough, to accurately say where it's gonna go and where it's gonna stop. But based off my trading plan and my trading system, looking at the structures, looking at the levels, supply and demand zones, relationship. Now I wouldn't wait for price to get here and then short. I would, like I said, break and retest. Come back and retest levels down here, levels down here, levels down here. Looking to the left. Oh, ouch, hard. Oh, just look funky. I don't like playing these type ranges because this ain't trending. This consolidating. So if you want to bump with it, they buys or trading in the range buys, however you want to look at it. There. Yeah, this is just ugly. I wouldn't recommend messing with none of this unless you got experience and you already know what time it is as far as getting in and getting out. Because these levels looking left, yeah, mark this up now. We'll look at a lower time frame and see how I would possibly get in. So knowing that we was coming out the back of an uptrend and we started consolidating. We had a weekly close ready. And then you would have had over. Then you go back and mark that London over. So what I'm doing now is marking up my sessions just to see if price is giving away any secrets. And then it's a lot easier to see that on a small time frame. Okay, so from the Asian session, we got a low, new high, trend, pull back, respected that Asian low, did not break that London high, continued lower, still respecting that Asian low, push back, London high, yep, New York gave equal highs, pull back to the low. So yeah, definitely still just consolidating and ranging. That we could open here shortly, so I want to see how I open up. If push impulse strong above here, let it show you a target, pull back to there, and then continuation up into that zone. Same thing on the bottom side. Um, yeah, but I wouldn't necessarily mess with gold coming out the gate. I would definitely have to see how I break open on Monday's NYSC session, and then get busy from there. Um, AU. Um, top down. What in that laughing day, bro? Yeah, all time for to see how that last week analysis played out. Right into the blood bag. But yeah, looking at this, so this is the analysis from last week. You can see how I got my levels marked up, and some of it, to a lot of it, is determined by structures to the left. Majority of it, but I mean, when I say some of that is far back left, um, on the small times, I don't really pay attention to it because I have them marked up from the higher time frame. So it just let me know on the small time frame level to look out for. But what I would have been looking for here is price to close strong below this continuation sell zone, which it did, and then manipulated all the way back in. So potentially probably would have got stopped out because once it came and closed below here, I probably would have had stops, somewhere right above there. Then would have got manipulated and it continued. But if continue been, I don't really trade AU a whole much. I mostly stick with GJ right now. So if I would continue to watch the charts and see it come back down, close below that continuation sell level again, and retest, I definitely would have been looking to take these shorts. So go ahead and drop all that. Yeah. Look at UJ next and GU. I got to ride out because I got to get some sleep. Yeah, in the background, got that money bag. Yo, shout out to Bag in the background. That Gangsta Pain. So listen to it from track 1, track 16, 17, however many it got on there, just let it run, cause the bro spitting. So shout out to Bag, you know. Looking at this, no week. I see this level here, but I look at my weekly for, like I said, the week fills way down here. Yeah, it's gonna take some time. On the daily, bearish, bearish, little highs. I like to draw my arrow in the background, stepping down, so that yeah, I don't lose focus on the lower time frames. A lot of people say, yeah, that's a lot of steps you taking, my man, and you putting a lot of stuff on there you don't really need. Yeah, that might be true in your scenario, but my mind be like all over the place sometimes. And when I come to the charts, I need to be able to look and see, what's going on. Leave yourself some notes. It ain't no, no issue with leaving yourself notes on the charts. That's actually how you gonna get better. Because you're gonna know what your past self was thinking when you come into your future, because sometimes when you got 1,200 charts you looking at and all of them going different directions, you be like, well, yeah, psychology be all the way through. Um, and this need to pull back, but definitely got a clear range. I'll mark this over here. All right, so mark it stepping down. See where we at on the flow. And then express. Yeah. So looking at the 4 hour, I do see these blocks here, but I wouldn't really consider them blocks simply because um just because of the reaction that took place out there. I would look at this level more as a order blockage level. Since it's the 4 hour probably take that whole week, but um I usually like to mark it up off the body. No, baby, why you moving so slow? Bottom right. Yeah. So like I said, I'm expecting, just following price action in the past, expecting some type of pullback. Whether it only stop at this level or if it actually pull all the way back into this order block up here or into this level. Um, the supply zone, demand zone down at the bottom, supply to the top. If it pulls back all the way into that level, definitely looking for short from there. But um, current levels, if we get above here, definitely looking for your continuation buys up into that level right up in there. Different, different. Now, how you get in is a different story, but where it could potentially end up to would take profit levels, right up in that 72, 373. For and always mention back down to this level. So I probably consider this a no trade range because you got levels all over the place. High, low, or equal low, potential lower high, lower low, equal highs, no new low. So it could potentially come up and retest this level on a small scalp type level. If you like to play in them small ranges, and yeah, 8 pips, and then we break above back into that level, you're looking at 31. So, and then shorts, yeah, you probably just give up on that. Because I mean, possibly could short from there, but you could possibly stall out here, stall out over there. So, this whole range right here is just funky. I mean, even if you get above here, you can potentially stop there and melt back down. So, this whole thing will be, experience based on as far as getting in and getting out. Yeah, you're making higher highs and higher lows here, but you can potentially come back down, double bottom, push back up, all type of stuff. So let price action open up, you know, give you some movement, show you where it want to go, and then just react. UJ, on, baby. At least I got the okay. So it takes a little bit longer to play out because this was the analysis from last week. We was expecting, or I was expecting price to come back up and push into that order block, but it fell out some more. Okay, pushing down to this level, and then it gave me the retracement I was looking for, and then it dropped right back into that level, and then melted. So yeah, I was expecting it to happen a little bit earlier than it actually did. Um, I don't trade UJ at all. Um, so yeah, continuation on back into that level. Market still stepping down. Bears based on 4 hour. Uh, this right here would be extremely risky. 'Cause these levels is ugly. Potentially this gonna be look like some manipulation type joint right here. Sweep that level and push back up. Have your feelings, all types of angry, but them buys look like they possibly could play out. And based off of that 30-minute little double bottom, oh yeah. So I would probably wait for a strong close right above there and then just take the impulse buy back into that level. That's 23 pips. You can make a lot happen with 23 pips, but you definitely want to see price close above 109,898 before you get froggy in that market because you probably get clapped. Um, as far as the shorts, potentially, but I do see that level right there. And you got a little demand zone down in here, so you know it ain't looking pretty. Yeah, you got clean traffic over here, but you know you're gonna need some good momentum to push through that. Bear double top, so potentially, but you want to see. I want to see price get below here, continuation, shortens through there, or close above here and take some buys up into this level. Yeah, I'm kind of salty I didn't come back to GU because, yeah, this played out perfectly. Back through that order block. And all the way back down to the bottom. So just like GJ for the most part on this. Um, keep this level and then push back up. Daily, bearish, market up and down, 4 hour. That's where we are now. Levels. You could mark bullish continuations on there, but high, low, potential low, higher, lower, low. So we could be respecting that level, then get some big profits back into that in that zone. I don't think these shorts at all. Even though it is a bear market, I really feel like it's gonna sweep that level and then push back up. So um definitely be careful with that. Yeah, 'cause there would be nothing to come down and tap that and then, respect one of them levels or I think definitely needs a pullback. So definitely could come on, man, why are we so slow? Yeah, definitely possibly see some buys back up in that level. But like I said, trade your player, don't let your player trade you. Don't get clapped in this market because I mean you ain't got to be greedy and try to catch these moves right up in here. You can wait, let the market really open up Monday, show you if it's gonna dip back down or if it's gonna continue back above that level. But getting impatient, trying to get in too fast, um, getting impatient, trying to get in too fast, uh, trying to predict instead of react is how a lot of people get clapped. And yeah, this is a pre-market, analysis, kind of trying to do a little prediction, but always, always, always best believe we definitely wait and see where the market want to go before we get in. Them guessing days is over. Definitely wait for price action to show us where we're going, where we could possibly take advantage. We could definitely come down, sweep this level, and then push back up, and then take some major shorts. Or if it come back up, come back to this level, even this level up here. Man, I wish they would let you drop other people's music. Oh, I ain't got no background noise. Dry. Like this setup here. I'll mark it up, but I don't really like the way this kind of look right here. This is that definitely look like it. So I'm gonna take it from like this. So yeah, that's pretty much what I see so far for the week. I do my best to get here Tuesday night going into Wednesday. Give midweek review and just show how the market's moving, how I've been looking and seeing the moves I've been able to take advantage of, the moves I haven't been able to take advantage of. Because I know I missed some mean moves at market open last week. I probably missed some mean ones again tonight because I got to work again tonight. So as always, I drop my info in here. Yeah, reachable other social media outsources and outlets. That's my information. Holla at the boys. I'm tired. It's time to go to sleep. Holla at you.